Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Game 2 of the Hyungry Roaches replay analysis. We're going to be looking at a Grandmaster Terran opponent named Lycangrope, which is kind of a funny name. We're going to be looking at the build, the execution, and what to do if your opponent all-ins you, which is the case in this game. My opponent goes for a big 2-base bio all-in, very scary attack, and we're going to see if this type of Roach Hydra is enough to defend that type of all-in. So we'll speed through the opening stages. We went through it a little last time. It's going to be the Overlord on 9, Pool on 14, Hatch on 16. Pool, 14, beautiful. Get your Lings and Queen nice and early. Gasless, very economical. 16 drones in the main, rally to the expansion. I mean, this is the kind of thing, too, that's nice about the 14 Pool. Is he's never in a million years going to get this bunker up. Because look at this Queen. It's already down there. Usually the Lings aren't even coming out yet. So, no bunker for you. SCV even dies. Reaper does no damage. And you can see how safe this style is. Like, by 5 minutes, both Queens are out. You got a third Queen almost coming. This game, I even got a fourth Queen just in case. Like, you can adapt the build slightly. And he's not going to be able to do anything with these Reapers. And I think for newer players, especially, it's nice to have that buffer against Reapers, because they can do a ton of damage if left unchecked. Oh, he does get one tumor, but I do kill a Reaper. I think that's a fair trade. Meanwhile, though, we're just droning to 44, and we're going to be getting our lair any second here. There's the lair. We'll start to see this Evo Chamber Roach Warren wall, additional gases, lots of drones. Evo, yep. Roach Warren, yep. And Spore. So this is something I didn't mention too much in the guide, but often I will do this, is build a Spore as part of the wall, because I can move it later to position against Banshees. It helps to wall off, of course, so maybe I'll only need a Queen there to defend. And those are the main reasons, really, Banshees and part of the wall. Still here, we're just going to be droning up to 52. We want to fill these gases soon. Probably get the last gas. I'm a little delayed on my timings. Like I mentioned in the guide, ideally you're saturating fully on 2 bases by 6:45. It's okay to get the last gas a bit later. This game's even more delayed, though, because of the 4th Queen I was forced to get. And the Spore, and all that stuff. But in any event, we are at our economic benchmark, or at least we should be getting there very soon, which is 44. And we got our +1 in our Roaches speed in production. So we're going to be building some Roaches and getting our 3rd base very soon. And what do you know, here come the Hellions. We're easily able to wall off in time. And the Roaches will be out to make sure our 3rd doesn't get poked at too much. There we go. So I would classify this towards the later end of a 3rd base, 8:45 to 9 minutes. But it's still fine. Like I'm not at all uncomfortable with a 3rd this late. Especially if my opponent is playing the type of build he is, which is very aggressive. Like lots of units is pretty much all he plans to do. No 3rd base. I don't know that yet, but... So here we go. I am getting a 2nd Spore. Where am I building that? At the main, just in case. And we should be seeing, once these Roaches are out in defensive... Yep, Hydra Den, and lots of drones for the 3rd base, I expect. Yeah, lots of drones. Couple more Roaches just in case. I'm not sure why I built those, to be honest. Couple more Overlords so we don't get blocked. Now, here we go. Around the time your +1 finishes, your +1 attack, that's when you want to get the 2nd Evo Chamber. So you can start +2 and +1. Very important upgrades. There we go. Upgrades all coming. That's when I start the Hydra upgrades too. Where's that? There we go. 4 Hydras in production, and should still continue to saturate this base with 7 more. I don't even think I need to go back. I'll just explain. I had pushed his Hellions across the map with my speed Roaches. I think that's why I built those Roaches earlier, was to have some back at home to defend, maybe. Or maybe I wanted to put on a bit of aggression. I'm not too sure. Either way, these guys pushed the Hellions back, so I was safe having them across the map. And just kind of poked at the front and saw, holy shit, he's got a lot of Marines, right? That's like 30-something Marines. That's too much for this stage in the game. So I think around this point, I know he's all-inning, and I'm switching into Hydras for that reason. I know for a fact he doesn't have this many units and a 3rd base. And yeah, he's just pumping units basically off of just these structures. And here he goes. the big all-in. So this is the kind of game where, based on that scouting info, based on seeing the size of his army, I don't think I am going to saturate my third completely. I'm just going to pump +2, +1 upgrades, Roach Hydra, on this economy. Trying to delay the push a little bit. Hydras and Roaches all in production. So here we go. This engagement is incredibly important. I do not want to fight quite yet. I want him to stim, which he did, and then I want to pull my army away, wait for the stim to be gone, and then attack again. Any kind of attack like this that doesn't have medevacs with it is going to be incredibly squishy. So the more he uses those stims, obviously, the better for him. So he's pushing forward very aggressively. I'm trying to bide my time. His stim is done, so I decide to attack here. Not the best micro, but that's okay. He stims and run away again. Just trying to buy time, more units come out. Wait for that stim to be used up. And you can see his army starting to melt very quickly. Gotta watch out for those Widow Mines. Oh. As I say, gotta watch out for those Widow Mines. Try not to do that. There was no need to really chase his army there. Need an Overseer too. But the big thing is I held that attack. And just having a third base up with some drones is enough to put me ahead. I mean, he hasn't even taken additional gases yet. No third base. Now he's getting it. He's literally on 1 gas still. There's the Overseer going to take out these Widow Mines. No free shots for you Widow Mines. Once those are taken out, now I'm looking to saturate my third base completely. We'll speed up just a little bit. And have we hit the 60 drone benchmark? We're getting close. There we go. We've hit our second benchmark and we're pushing with what units we have. Probably won't push in, though. No, don't do that. Here's fine. See, there's a big difference between attacking here, which is where he can wall off and have units spread out in a concave up here, and me being balled up and stuck here. Or here, down here, where I have the advantage and he's all stuck on the ramp, right? So this is a great little spot for me to look for trades, even with a small army. Pushing up, you know, this is again very risky, but just because of the size of his army, I decide it's okay in this scenario. Behind this, we are getting the +2 armor, and we should just be pumping Roach Hydra. Yep. Hydras when we have the gas, Roaches when we don't. This game, I'm surprised to see myself getting the Infestation Pit. I think I felt so ahead that I could just do it. Generally, I would just max, make sure he never gets to third base. Anyway, though, we are just massing units. There we go, yeah. See the supply really starting to favor Zerg. And he's going to try to get that planetary up. I think he knows he's going to be hard-pressed to hold it. I'm breaking these rocks to get a little bit quicker to his base, right? Make more of a straight line to his third. I see he's walled it, and this is actually a very abusive point on this map, is between the Terran or Protoss is their natural and their third base, because it makes it very tough to defend both locations. So here, just going to pretty much A-move into his army. Maybe try to snipe some of the medevacs with the Hydras. Yep. And I think he just realizes too many Hydras, can't defend. GG. So that's it. The Roach Hydra mid-game, very, very effective against all-ins. Stuff like bio pushes with medevacs, stuff like bio pushes with mines, any kind of like Hellbat timing with medevacs, all that type of stuff. Very easy to defend, fairly straightforward with Roach Hydra. One of the reasons it's a very nice style. So thank you guys for tuning in. I am, of course, Tang Starcraft, an All-In Academy coach. If you're interested, check out www.allin-academy.com for additional content and coaching. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day. See ya.